And we are on day 238 since bone marrow transplant. And because it is Nurses Appreciation Week, I am supposed to be making a video every day to show appreciation for all the nurses that helped me through my journey. Yesterday I waited too late and I apologize for that. So today I'm going to show appreciation to while I'm on my daily walk, I'm going to show appreciation to the nurse that taught me to walk again. Her name was Anna. Now, when I had my bone marrow transplant, right before I went into the ICU unit, my feet began to swell. And it was one of the reactions to the bone marrow transplant. It was it's graft versus host disease, I guess, when the cells started to attack my cells. Anyway, I started to swell. So the swelling got so bad that I couldn't actually get out of the bed, and I was placed on bed rest, and I couldn't get up unless I had the assistance of a PCA or a nurse. So Anna would get me 4 days out of the week, because I think she worked 4 days a week, and she would get me in the daytime shift 4 days out of the week. And every day after I took my bath, we would soak my feet in Epsom salt, and then she would get me up, and she would walk with me. And even if she had to physically hold me up with her own body, she would still help me make 1 to 2 steps. But as the swelling got worse and the pain was becoming unbearable, I ended up in the okay, I'm trying not to get hit. Hold on. Oh, I'm running. I ended up in the ICU, so I left the unit. Well, when I came back to the unit, the most amazing thing happened was that I got Anna back as my nurse. I loved Anna so much. She was so amazing. So I got Anna back, and for whatever reason, we would be calling for physical therapy to come to help me work out and get ready to prepare to start walking again. But for whatever reason, it took physical therapy forever to come. So every day they would be like, oh, they're coming tomorrow. They were busy today. They couldn't come today. So one day Anna walks in and she was like, what's wrong, Ms. Hall? And I was like, I just want to walk again. I just want to know what it feels like to get up and walk again. She was like, oh, is that it? I can help you with that. And so every day after that, Anna would come in on her shift, and she would get me out of the bed so the PCA could change my bed. She would help me to the shower. I would take my shower, and then every day after that, she would work with me to walk. We first started off with just exercise on the side of my bed, and then a couple of days later she would challenge me a little bit more, and then a couple of days later she would get me with a walker, and she would help me stand up using a walker. And I remember the first time I stood up without the walker and we both cried. Because it had taken maybe 9 days for us to get there, but we were finally there. And so she was like, even if physical therapy doesn't come, every time I'm here, we're going to do this. And she held her promise. She kept her promise. And every day she had me as her patient. She would come in and she would walk around with me, and we would laugh. There were days where I was angry because I couldn't do what I wanted to do, but every single week we set a goal. And my goal was to be walking by, I forgot, day 15 or 16 or maybe 17. I can't remember. I think it was day 17. But anyway, on day 17, so maybe it was day 15, because I didn't meet my goal. I remember that because I was real bummed out. I was really upset that I didn't meet my day 15 goal. So on day 17, she helped me out of the bed. She put that strap that they put around you so that in case you're going to fall. And I said, I don't need that. And she said, you sure, Mrs. Hall? And I said, I promise you I don't need that. And so I stood up off the bed with my walker, and I began to take my first real steps. And I walked around the room a couple of times, and she was like, hey, let's put on some music. And I was like, yeah, let's put on some music. And on day 17, she put on, and I promise you I did not tell her what song to pick. She put on Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody. And I swear, I swear all of the ancestors behind me came into my body, and I just began to walk. It was with the walker at first, step by step, and then all of a sudden I wasn't holding on to the walker and she wasn't holding on to the strip, and here I am walking and she's clapping and I'm crying, and I was walking again. And now tonight on day 238, I am walking my full 1.5 miles that I walk every night to try to build myself up and to just remind myself that there was a time when I couldn't do this. I'm walking. And there was a time when I couldn't do this. And if it wasn't for Anna and her love and support and consistency with helping me reach my goal and being there for me when I didn't reach my goal, but still pushing me and saying, oh no, I'm not going to let you give up, I don't know how long it would have taken me. And when physical therapy came to me and saw me walking on day 17, they were like, what the hell just happened here? And it was nothing but Anna and myself, and just having that type of support system by your side. And that's why I say nurses are angels. She was there for me through so many procedures. When they put that stupid PICC line right here, which you can, no, that was the PICC line. They put the PICC line right here. They put a PICC line in my neck. She was there for all of those procedures. She held my hand. Most nurses don't have to do that. That's not required of them. But Anna did. And she knew all of my children's names. If I was talking to one of them on the phone, she would recognize their voices. I mean, she was just an amazing force for me and such an important support system to me. And she's a nurse that, again, some people just do it because their job, and some people do it because it's their calling. And Miss Anna, it was her calling. So thank you so much, Miss Anna. I know I tell you this every time I see you, but thank you so much for getting me back on my feet. And I told you that once I started walking, I was never going to stop. And look, I'm walking. I'm still walking. I think I'm on step like 2,000, 2,500. Anyway, I want to say once again, Happy Nurses Week. And I'm sorry that I didn't get one out for you yesterday, but I have a couple of more coming out tomorrow and Friday, and some great surprises from our nurses at Methodist on Friday. I hope they enjoy it. I love you guys. Oh, wait. To my aplastic anemia and PNH warriors, I want to remind you of something. I know that it's hard to stay active because of the fatigue and the appetite and all of that stuff, but it is so important to stay active. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because there are times when I have laid in the bed and let the fatigue win. And there are times when I was so tired and I thought I couldn't move, but I would get up and I would do this walk, and then I would feel totally different. So keep moving. Find something to do. Yoga, walking, exercise in the bed. I don't care. Keep moving. Don't let your body or your mind get stuck in a place of dis-ease. Okay? All right. Now, I love you guys. There's nothing you can do about it. Peace.